this place to the ground.
Hey everyone! Welcome back to FilmHead, your ultimate source for the latest and greatest in movies. Today, we're showing headfirst into a high-octane journey through the top 10 action movies that are absolutely worth watching in 2024. From explosive fight scenes to mind-blowing stunts, this year has brought us some of the most thrilling films that'll keep you on the edge of your seat. So let's start. Number 10, Sheriff, Narco Integrity. Sheriff, Narco Integrity is a high-octane action thriller that delves into the murky world of drug cartels and law enforcement. The movie follows the journey of a principled sheriff who must navigate the dangerous waters of corruption, betrayal, and moral integrity as he takes on a powerful drug syndicate. Set against a gritty backdrop of crime and political power plays, the film offers intense action sequences and deep character development. The plot twist is amazing and full of suspense. The cinematography was shot well, with appealing character by great actor that suits the character it brought. The action scenes are top-notch, the plot is as twisty as Afraid Not, and the story, though simple, is engaging. The mission is to catch a meth killer while exposing corrupt cops is well executed. All things considered, Sheriff, Narco Integrity provides lovers of action-packed crime dramas with a captivating experience that has just the right amount of emotional weight. Even though it might not be groundbreaking, it manages to provide an intense, exhilarating trip. Number 9. The Shadow Strays. The Shadow Strays is a high-octane, hyper-violent action entertainment that delivers nearly 2.5 hours of bone-crushing, immense action set-pieces, and a total carnage full with flying limbs and bloods. The skilled in the art of killing, a young assassin defies her mentor to save a boy from a ruthless crime syndicate. This movie have amazingly done fight scenes for an Indonesia movie, full of blood and gore scenes. I like this movie very much the start to the end. A 17-year-old assassin named 13 fumbles on her mission and is rather saved by her instructor Umbra. 13 is sent back home while her instructor leaves for another mission. When a mother and her son are tormented by the local crime syndicate run by Ariel and his potential dad, 13 makes it her new mission to save the boy, after he gets kidnapped. The action scenes in The Shadow Stray bounce and pulse from one point of impact to the next in a flash, and then seamlessly switch both the tempo and rhythm of editing and camera movements to match the next set of steps. Actors' performances were amazing in action scenes, especially the main two female leads. Watch it, you'll not regret it. Number 8. The Three Musketeers, Part 2, Milady. The Three Musketeers by Alexander Dumas comes to life in the cinematic adaptation, which, while deviating in some details from the book, manages to preserve the original work's essence. The story follows D'Artagnan and his loyal friends, Athos, Porthos, and Aramis, in a captivating 17th century setting. Milady is involved in a fantastically complex plot to bring France into a war with perfidious Albion, in so doing exploiting a treacherous insurgency by the Huguenots. It's all in the cause of toppling King Louis XIII. Eva Green shines as the most ambiguous and spellbinding Milady to ever grace the big screen. She is also one of the most realistically physical and battle-hardened. This alone makes this movie worth viewing, and ideally on a big screen. It's a tour de force by an actress born for this role. The ending is very Miladian. It will pierce your heart without remorse and run away after her deed is done. The only way for it to not be sadistic like her is if we get a part 3. Number 7. 1% Warrior. The Japanese martial arts flick 1% Warrior that offers a couple of attractive features. First is the gritty realism of the fight sequences. The other is an unusually clever and twisty plot for this genre. Tak Sakaguchi, as Toshiro, is the action star, who is a bit of a Tom Cruise character in the best way in 1% Warrior. As a constant through line for the story, the authentic film is Toshiro's motivator. There's a dust-up between the star and the world-renowned director of his latest project, and he's had enough of it. When the real action starts, and we think it crosses from fiction to truth. Regarding the action and the fights, it is quite well done when it gets going. Kensuke Sanomura is a master of action choreography. 1% Warrior's action feels natural, fluid, and novel. It's not highly slick and stylized like John Wick, but it is brutal and kinetic, save for one sequence that is perhaps intentionally most ballet-like and full of more meta-commentary. Number 6. Mayhem. Mayhem is the rare action movie where the title tells you everything. Mayhem, efficiently directed by Xavier Gens, is violent, melancholy, and features 2 extendedly bloody fight sequences. Thankfully, the fight choreography is punchy, bloody, violent, and framed in a way that will make anyone who's watched the Raid movies smile. It will tell you about an entrapped in a quarantine building due to the onset of a dangerous virus. A lawyer and his client strive to find a way to survive. The cinematography of the movie is really good. It has all the things that a good action horror thriller movie needs. There's something about virus epidemic and post-apocalyptic movies that makes you wish it would happen. This isn't quite that, but it's still a damn good epidemic movie. If you want to make a slasher-level action mayhem movie, make the damn movie. Don't pretend your excuses for ultra-violence come from a humanist core. Mayhem yearns to be taken seriously in all the wrong places. Number 5. The Beekeeper. Beekeeper rates is a non-stop action film entertainment, and a surprisingly good script. You will learn everything you ever wanted to know about internet ID thieves and financial scam artists in about 10 minutes, with Jason Statham doing everything you ever wanted to see done to them in ways the law will never allow. Although Statham has long been a well-known actor and martial arts expert, this may be his best performance to date as a covert super warrior who emerges from retirement to take down the biggest internet hacker organization in the world that defrauded his beloved old friend. He also makes successfully efforts not to kill innocents, including those he fights with. The Beekeepers represent a secret organization of the most elite champions for good, and it will be fun to learn more about them in what will almost certainly be a sequel. This has all the makings of a film franchise along the lines of The Expendables. There is a good amount of humor, the score helps keep the pace moving, and the action set pieces are tight and adrenaline pumping. Shakespeare or Spielberg it's not, but it's a heck of a fun ride all the same. Number 4. The Night Comes For Us. The Night Comes For Us is an intense, brutal masterpiece in the action genre. Its fight scenes are some of the most realistic I've ever seen, pushing the boundaries of on-screen combat with raw, visceral choreography. The movie balances action with gritty storytelling, delivering a powerful narrative that never lets up. If you're looking for an action film that feels real and unfiltered, this one is unforgettable. Top-notch fighting choreography, each fight has unexpected punchlines scattered throughout with some of the most inventive camera work. Story is interesting enough, nothing groundbreaking to find here. But the characters are each unique, each character's feelings and motivations are concise and make sense. The violence and gore is beautiful, surprisingly good story as well, and the fight scenes are outstanding. This is what an action-packed bombastic thrill ride is supposed to be about. We hope these guys and gals make more no-holds-barred entertainment like this flick again. Number 3. Fast and Furious Presents, Hobbs and Shaw. Fast and Furious Hobbs and Shaw is action thriller movie surprised me in action, automation and in animation also. Beautiful movie, direction of David Leitch. Dwayne Johnson did an amazing job in this film, especially in the action sequences where he fights and gets angry. His chemistry with his co-star and the woman is the finest. Every single scene and especially the action sequences are brilliantly filmed. Fast-paced, keeping viewers on the edge. The story is as good as you can expect in such high-level action movies. Dwayne Johnson and Jason Statham not only delighted with their mind-blowing action sequences, but even more with their interactions. Their on-screen chemistry is superb and perfect to ensure more movies in this series. The fighting was really cool and it was amazing and great, and that's really all there is to say because it was just mind-blowing. There was also a lot of music and there was some great scenery and a lot of cool switch-ups, and the ending was great. All this movie is great escapism and was awesome to watch. Number 2. Steel Rain. Steel Rain is a 2017 South Korean action thriller film directed by Yang Woo-suk, based on his 2011 webtoon of the same name. A North Korean agent fights for the survival of himself and country. North Korea has declared war on South Korea and the United States. The North, aka Kim Jong-un, has escaped to the south with Chol-woo, a North Korean national security agent. With the injured supreme leader in the south being protected by and South Korea proclaiming martial law, and Kwak Chol-woo, a chief of foreign security affairs for the ROK, must work together to prevent a nuclear war breaking out. The tension is high in Steel Rain, and so are the stakes. The very existence of the entire Korean peninsula hangs in the balance. Mutual assured destruction is a real possibility. There's plenty of action to go around in Steel Rain. Hand-to-hand combat, guns blazing, or even missiles blasting. Whichever you prefer, you'll get your fill. But Steel Rain is mostly a political thriller about conflict between the top stakeholders of the Korean peninsula. It's easily one of the best Korean films in Netflix's catalog. Number 1. Revenger. Revenger is a South Korean martial arts action movie good. Bruce Khan is an excellent martial artist actor. The movie has good cinematography and action. It's very entertaining. Revenger follows Detective Yul, who infiltrates a prison island in the near future. The island is run by Kun, the man who killed Yul's wife and daughter. With the help of a group of people trying to survive the rule of Kun, Yul seeks to find and kill Kun. It is an incredible introduction to a badass character and an ingenious way to showcase Khan's skill. Unlike most modern martial arts movies that focus on flashy, fast moves and choreography, Khan's fighting style tends to place an emphasis on using his legs, which reminded me of Jean-Claude Van Damme in his prime. Overall, this movie gave us a new badass action star in Bruce Khan and a ton of incredible action scenes that will be hard to top as the best action scenes of the year.